Be a lot more humid.
That's what will get you, especially coming up here tomorrow. We're going to feel that humidity climb along with the heat. Right now, 80 in the Twin Cities, St. Cloud. Otherwise, you're in the 70s. Looking at a fair amount of sun out there, but some locations dealing with clouds and also some rain showers and storms further up to the north. For the rest of the evening here in the Twin Cities, temps go from the 70s, dropping back to the low 70s as we head into tonight. But look at the dew point tracker, almost off the charts by the time we go into Monday. Swampy. Tomorrow, we'll see the humidity climb throughout the day, becoming very humid. Also have to mention, we do have a storm chance tomorrow morning. So if you're heading out to the Pride Parade, heads up, bring the rain gear to be safe. We do have storm chances in play for the morning hours before we pretty much dry out, but we bring in the winds and that humidity. And then Monday is the next weather alert day for extreme heat. More details. We continue to see highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s. Not much of a reprieve from the heat overnight, so that kind of compounds the issue. Tonight, pretty warm, 68 your low. Normally we're at 64, temps in the 60s for most of the state. And then for tomorrow, if you have morning plans tomorrow, you have a storm chance. So here's your next future radar notice as we head into tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. Storms that'll be pretty good chance of being severe in the Dakotas. Make their way across the state line into western Minnesota coming up for tomorrow morning, making their way into the metro region as we had about 8, 9 in the morning. Showers and storms rolling through the metro region. We start to see them kick out by the afternoon hours. When it comes to tomorrow afternoon, evening storm chances, those are lifted a little more so further across northern Minnesota, portions of western Wisconsin. You could have some more storms in the forecast for the latter part of the day. Sunday looks a little less likely we'll see much here in the metro after the morning round of storms. But we could have a severe weather threat even for the morning hours, a little unusual outside of the norm that we often get the evening severe storms. So I want to make sure you're aware, 1 out of 5 severe weather threat. Hail damaging winds for the metro area, 2 out of 5 severe weather threat as we look up to the northwest. Again, this could be for tomorrow morning. Temps tomorrow topping out in the mid 80s, 84 in the Twin Cities and off to the south 70s as you look further up to the north. I'll also mention the wind. Tomorrow you're going to notice those wind speeds in the 30s, so it is going to be breezy to windy tomorrow. And then as we jump into Monday, we already have an extreme heat watch in place for the metro as feels like temps could hit 105 on Monday. That's when you have heat and humidity in play. And another severe weather threat, 2 out of 5 severe weather threat, a slight risk there for Monday. Dew points stay up. This is Florida dew point type of weather here next week. You put in these temps, your feels like temps, upper 90s fear. It's that type of a weather pattern. So we have pretty good shots at those throughout next week. It's just, will they form or not?
And the length of how long those temperatures are going to feel like the triple digits.
All work week. Weather alert in place for Monday. Here are the heat alerts already in place when it comes to Minnesota, including the metro region. Extreme heat watch in place for your Monday with feels like temps look to hit 105, and you could see a major heat impact when it comes to the heat risk. So heads up on that. In the meantime, tomorrow, what you'll notice, that increase in humidity. Dew points will be climbing throughout the day. By the end of the day, very humid. By Monday, we're in the 70s. We're talking swampy. Now, another thing, tomorrow morning during the Pride Parade time frame, there's the potential for showers and storms. So we'll keep a close eye on that, but it is possible we have a round of thunderstorms for the morning hours moving through the metro. Temps won't be horrible tomorrow into those 80s. You will notice the wind. It will be breezy to windy tomorrow, but again, it's that humidity going up and then the dangerous heat that follows on Monday. It's going to stick around a while.
The water get warmer, the air get warmer over the next week.
And the worst it could get coming up here, really a long stretch of heat coming up, starting on, especially on Monday. Looking at this, that humidity will be climbing throughout the day. Then Monday, that's when we have the heat, the humidity, and next weather alert in place for extreme heat, and the heat will continue through the work week. Right now, things are pretty quiet. We have a fair amount of sun. It's been a pretty nice day here in the metro, a good portion of Minnesota, a little bit of rain and some thunderstorm activity well up to the north, but that's about it. As we head into tonight, warm, 68 your low here in the Twin Cities. As we head into tomorrow, we start off with that round of storms in the morning. So storms, severe storms, an issue overnight out in the Dakotas. They make their way into western Minnesota as we head into the early morning hours tomorrow morning. Morning hours, we pull them into the metro area. So again, prepare for a round of storms for your Sunday morning time frame. Going into lunchtime, we start to see that exit, and that round's done. Going into tomorrow afternoon, evening, we'll watch predominantly north of the metro. Portions of northwestern Wisconsin could have some more evening storms that do develop. It just looks like we have a better chance of seeing an impact for the morning time frame here in the metro. We have a 1 out of 5 severe weather threat, hail damaging winds here in the metro region. And then 2 out of 5 severe weather risks looking up to the northwest. And this is for that morning round of storms. It's not too often. Usually we talk about severe weather in the evening. Tomorrow we could see this play out in the morning. Temps top out in the mid-80s for the metro to the south. Highs in the 70s further up to the north. Also tomorrow it will be breezy. Might even call it windy. Notice going into the afternoon, wind gusts in that 30-mile-per-hour range out of the southeast. So want to keep that in mind along with that climbing humidity. And then Monday, another thunderstorm chance. Early heads up, slight risk, 2 out of 5 in the orange here for Monday. It gets humid and it stays humid. Dew points in the 70s. That's what you would kind of call your Florida humidity. So heat index up into the triple digits Monday, and heat indices will be values that we'll be watching throughout next week. Highs next week in the 90s. The other component, ahead to next Saturday, 4th of July, we do have a storm chance we're watching there too. It's a ways away,
Sure.
so that could change, but that is something we're tracking too.
Yeah, short term, just hoping that the AC can keep up with this long stretch of hot weather.
No, it's going to be tough.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Won't make it into the 90s, but you're going to notice that increase in humidity throughout the day. Monday, we have a next weather alert because of the heat that's in place. And unfortunately, it does look like the heat will be sticking around throughout the week. I mean, we're talking highs in the 90s for work week temps. Right now, 76 here in the Twin Cities, temps in the 70s across Minnesota with overnight lows dropping down to the 60s. Normally we're at 64. Forecast low is 68 here in the Twin Cities. And most of our low temps will be in the 60s across Minnesota, also looking out to western Wisconsin. Here's that severe weather we're talking about. So here's Minnesota, here's the Dakotas. You can see where there are severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorm watch, tornado watch in place. This line of storms is pressing from west to east. So next future radar taking you into tomorrow morning. Here's that line, comes across the state line into western Minnesota early tomorrow morning. On its way up to the approach to the metro region as we get close about 8-9 a.m. and we keep with the thunderstorm chances rolling through even the metro area morning going into about midday. So do plan for that if you have some thunderstorms. If you have outdoor plans, it's one of those things you might have to duck inside for a little while till that line rolls on through. As we go into the afternoon hours, that kicks out of here, and there are still some storm chances, but a lot of that looks to be more so to the north of the metro and out into Wisconsin. Temps for tomorrow into the 80s, 84. Your high here in the Twin Cities, 70s further up to the north. And again, it will be breezy. Look at these wind gusts. So tomorrow we have wind gusts into the 30-mile-per-hour range coming out of the southeast. So it's going to be windy. Maybe it helps a little bit because look at our dew point tracker going up. Very humid tomorrow, becoming swampy. So that is why all these heat alerts are in place for Monday. We have a next weather alert in place for Monday. We have an extreme heat watch for the metro as feels like temps could hit 105 on Monday, and we throw in the potential storms. 2 out of 5 severe weather threat that we'll watch on Monday for storms that could develop as we head along. Today was pretty close to average. 81 was our high, 82 is the average, 63 this morning, 64 is the average, but we're going up from here. We start off the morning, 7 a.m., you're at 70. Again, we have a morning round of showers and storms possible. We'll watch that. It could continue into the afternoon hours, but the morning and afternoon thunderstorm chance about midday is the highest for us here in the metro, though we do have more storm chances in the forecast. Temps for tomorrow climb to the 80s, so not talking like extreme 90s, which is later in the forecast for the week, but the humidity will be noticeably climbing tomorrow. Notice we hit that very humid category, becoming swampy. We do have some wind winds. It'll be a little breezy, maybe trying to help. But then we have this next weather alert on Monday for extreme heat. Extreme heat watch already in place. More details coming up.